how to start investing with just $5,000 in Singapore. And I know this is really hard because it is very difficult to start investing when you think that you have no money and secondly, you have no knowledge of how to do it. So this video will show you how you can start investing with just $5,000 with a step-by-step process and from an education point of view without speculation. And let's set the context right because right now we are in a lower interest rate environment, so interest rates are really falling. All the capital guaranteed assets like T-bills, SSBs, fixed deposits, and even high interest savings accounts are all lowering their returns. In fact, if you look at the recent T-bill auction, the yield was less than 1.5% per annum. And you compare that with Singapore's core inflation rate, the CPI, which is hovering around 2% to 5% per annum, it is not going to be inflation if you just keep it in all the very safe capital guaranteed assets. So this is why if you really want to join a like-minded community to talk about investments and where to get the best returns, then feel free to join us at close to 22,000 members in the HoneyMoneySG Telegram group. But let's answer the very important question of why one should invest at all. And the fundamental reason is because you need to protect your purchasing power as the value of your cash holdings will fall over time. I do not want to go into the very complicated economics of money printing and injected into the economy and hence the valuation of currency. We will skip that first. But I want you to really understand that if you're holding cash and doing nothing, even if you just hold it to next year, you are 100% sure to lose to inflation and that reduces your purchasing power. And I fully understand that investing can feel really scary. That is totally normal. But you know what is more risky? Not even having the financial literacy to understand investments and where you need to allocate your money. So if you have watched my past few videos on how to start investing, I'm sure you understand the ladder concept whereby you start with all the lower risk products where it's capital guaranteed like T-bill, SSB, all that stuff. And you move one step higher. The next step, if you want to start it gently, will be money market funds. A money market fund is a type of mutual fund that invests in high quality short-term debt instruments, cash, and cash equivalents. To be very clear, money market funds are investments. They are not savings deposits, they are not cash holdings, and the returns are not guaranteed. The capital is not protected. But why money market funds is because it has much less volatility than stocks, and it helps beginners to earn some returns on their idle cash while they prepare to invest in stocks or ETFs in the brokerage account. And if your money market funds are parked within the same brokerage platform, then even better. Now you're just getting paid to wait for the right entry time or price. So while we are talking about money market fund or MMF, how about a 10% per annum promo to get you started on MMF? uSmart Singapore is currently running a 4th quarter 2025 promotion campaign for the Maybank Money Market Fund Class A Accumulative SGD. Eligible customers who subscribe from $2,000 to $5,000 and hold it for 30 days can receive a promotional reward equivalent to 10% per annum on the qualifying amount. To be clear, this is a limited time promotion campaign from uSmart Singapore and not a return from the fund itself. Here's a step-by-step guide on how you can enroll for this promotion. Firstly, you need to sign up for a uSmart account with my exclusive link and download the uSmart Securities app. Once you complete the verification, you can then deposit funds into your uSmart account. In the uSmart mobile app, go to Wealth, then select MMF, then click on Maybank Money Market ACC SGD. Tap on subscription, then enter the amount from $2,000 to $5,000 for the campaign and click submit. Remember to hold it for 30 days without redeeming to stay eligible. Do note that the campaign reward is capped at $5,000 worth of subscription and only applies to the initial subscription made during the promo. So if you subscribe more than $5,000, the amounts above $5,000 will be subjected to the normal yield only. Now remember what I just said, if you redeem any time before the 30 days holding period, you will not get that 10% per annum promo return. Also, this campaign is only eligible for new to uSmart SG customers or existing customers who have not made any initial deposit since the opening of their uSmart account. Do see the full terms and conditions in the description below. So get started with this 10% per annum promo by signing up for uSmart with my exclusive link down below. So while you are investing in the money market fund, earning some returns on your idle cash, I think you also need to wait for 30 days, right? Since you need to hold it for 30 days to earn the promotion reward, you might as well take this time to really go and learn about different investment assets, like how do they work, or how to track your holdings, how to do a buy-sell trade, or how to do a subscription or redemption within the mobile app. Because you really need to be patient as you're building up the habits, you're building your confidence, and you're building the process for your long-term investment journey. You do not want to be seen chasing the quick wins, like whatever stock is hot, you go and follow and buy in, because that will be a disaster. So once you are familiar with money market funds, as you step up the risk ladder, your risk appetite becomes higher. The next step is to start looking at index funds. And this is exactly where I invest for my long-term core holdings. So for those who are unfamiliar with index funds, they are usually ETFs that tracks the entire world market or just a specific geographical market like the US S&P 500. So it does give you diversification across different sectors, different geographic regions, and you don't have to all in one company because the diversification is really done for you, where they invest in multiple companies. Some popular examples that many investors consider is that if you want a global or world exposure, you can look at tickers like VWRA or VT. Or if you prefer a US focused exposure, you can look at S&P 500 ETFs like the VOO or CSPX. All of these index funds and ETFs are tradable and you can purchase them on the uSmart app itself. But remember, always read the fact sheets to really understand the fees, the composition, the allocation, the management, where it is domiciled, and of course the tax considerations. Now, as a beginner, you may not know this, but there is something called fractional shares, which means if you cannot buy one whole share, you can just buy a fraction of it. But this is more for the US and global markets outside of Singapore. With fractional shares, you can now invest the full $5,000 across different companies and different ETFs, even if each unit price costs like a few hundreds of dollars. This makes it much easier to diversify from the start. No more worrying about minimum order sizes or leftover idle cash. Fractional investing let beginners start small, stay consistent, and build up their positions over time. So once you're more familiar with index funds and ETFs, maybe your risk appetite has also increased as you learn more about how stocks and equities work in the real world. And when you are confident enough, you can actually allocate a satellite portfolio for picking individual stocks in businesses that you believe in that will grow much larger in future. Well, of course, I don't have any stock picking advice for you, but remember to keep your core position in diversified index funds because that will form your fundamental, that will form your base. And treat stock picking carefully and size it appropriately. One more thing, do you want to stay in the Resorts World Sentosa Ocean Suites? Because uSmartSG also has a monthly giveaway. From October to December 2025, make at least one successful trade in the period, maintain the minimum AUM as required, and you get entries for the month's draw. Each month, one lucky winner get one night stay at Resorts World Sentosa Equarius Ocean Suites. Full details and T&Cs in the description below, so check it out. You may be the lucky winner. So lastly, to recap how to invest your first $5,000, I felt that firstly, you must understand the reason why you need to invest, and the reason is because interest rates are coming lower, your cash is depreciating over time, and it may not be inflation, so you're forced to take an action. But if you're really starting out, don't need to go so complicated. You can start with a money market fund just to test the water. Then at the same time, you can consider taking up the uSmart 10% per annum promotion on the money market fund to give you some good returns. Once you already learn the ropes, you can start off with some index funds where you can buy broad-based diversified ETFs. Only add on stock picking when you feel really confident and you understand what you're doing without any regrets. Remember that even for a small sum like $5,000, fractional shares investing make it really easy for you to diversify across different positions and different markets. So in investing, it's really about the small steps, staying consistent, because investing is not like a sprint, it's a marathon, it's a long-term thing that's going to stay with you for years. So you really want to be patient, build up your knowledge, build up your skills, and that's how you can prosper in the investment world. And if you want a step-by-step beginner guide on how you can use uSmart, I already done up a previous video which you can check it out right here.